My favorite thing about school A is everything, including the boring stuff.
My favorite thing about School A was art and learning about Hokusai, and I really liked our project for that, and I really loved reading Charlotte's Web, and I really loved mapping and nature study, and Shakespeare was a lot of fun.
Humanity, when my teacher taught me The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. It was a fun book. My favorite character was Lucy.
My favorite subject of School A this year was probably art. And my second one was nature study. I also liked Shakespeare too.
I like to play around and do the school. And
My favorite class is art because we get to learn about the people who made the art, and we actually get to do the projects. My favorite thing about School A this year was science.
My favorite class at School A was writing. We went through several books and we mind mapped, and it was a great tool to help learn just a new way of thinking and process of remembering things from previous books.
Hanging out with my friends, and because it was a class that I liked.
My favorite thing definitely was the dissection. I liked the frog and the starfish, and also the crawfish one.
My favorite thing was art, doing the Great Wave. That was really fun. My favorite thing about School A is all my friends that are here. And my favorite class is art.
My favorite thing about School A is the dissections in biology.
So what I like about School A is art, the meal shares for lunch, and probably recess.
I really like the dancing. It's a lot of fun actually. So that would probably be my favorite memory. I think if I had like a favorite subject or whatever, class would be humanities. I really like humanities. Some of the discussions we have just brings up fun, like ideas or fun things to think about.
My favorite thing about School A is everyone's really nice, and there's a lot of people who are really good friends. My favorite thing about School A is art and science. Art is my favorite class because it's really fun.
The books are fun to read, and while you're having fun, you learn something. All the teachers are super nice, and if I had to pick a favorite class, it would be all of them.
What I like about School A is art, lunch, recess, and humanities, and Shakespeare.
Hi, my name is Weston, and my most favorite class is probably art.
My favorite thing this year was the meal shares, because they were well prepared by all the moms.
Favorite memory was getting to know new people. My favorite thing from School A this year was probably art because I learned a lot more than I did last year. And I would say science too because then I also learned how stuff was like made.
My favorite memory of School A was when we did splatter paint. That was very fun. That was a very good time. And these two are like the same, but I think I would like, my second favorite would probably be when we went out to dinner after the plays.
My favorite thing was art and hanging out with all my friends and like history.
Something that I enjoyed about School A this year was definitely the logic class and the second hour of humanities. Those were my favorite, and they were super fun looking up all the news stories and all the really fun facts.
Well, my favorite thing is probably art and science.
My favorite thing about School A this year was probably reading Around the World in 80 Days. We made little mini passports and had snacks from whatever place they would go to. It was just really fun, and I also really enjoy art and all the projects because art is just really interesting to me and it's really fun. So.
My favorite thing about School A is science. My favorite thing was when I very first started here. I had a very great time, having fun, and it's just, I got to meet new friends.
I found a lot of joy in doing Shakespeare again. I liked the one last year better, but it was still really fun to work with people on it. And I've also really liked the books we've read for humanities.
Science and to be able to hang out with my friends.
Art and like learning about the artists.
So my favorite class is probably logic, and my favorite thing about school would be the friends.
My favorite class is art.
My favorite part of school is definitely Mr. Pagel and Miss Thackeray. Easily my favorite part.
My favorite part of School A is that there's a lot of friends.
My most favorite thing about School A is probably just all the people here. Everyone's just so nice, and I love all of the classes. I do like the humanities. I like all the books we read.
My favorite thing probably about School A is hanging out with all my friends.
My favorite thing about School A is nature study.
Getting to dissect animals in biology. It was a blast.
That I get to have friends.
It's just learning about stuff and having fun and learning what things do and what plants do and when they're starting to bloom and just having lots of fun with all the classes, and I think that's it.
My favorite thing about School A is probably the community, and I joined high school this year, and the upper schoolers just welcomed me with open arms and made me part of their group, and it was so nice, and now I have a bunch of friends that I didn't have before.
I really liked my mom's class, humanities, that she did this year, and science.
Nathan.
Elijah.
My favorite thing about School A this year was just the community and reading a lot of fun books.
A few things that I really enjoyed about School A this year. Number one, I love arguing with people in physics. I also learned many people hate history and civics, but that's okay. I love physics, a lot of fun. I've always been a science guy, and love humanities because you get a good Christian aspect on a lot of philosophy and a lot of political topics. And overall, really, my biggest thing is just the Christian perspective we get on everything we learn, from civics to physics to humanities and everything in between.
Why do new School is in the valley?
My favorite thing was city council.
My favorite thing about School A is nature study and art.
My favorite thing was meeting my new friends and doing art.
My favorite class was humanities, and I really enjoyed hanging out with my friends.
My favorite thing about School A is art.
My favorite lunch.
My favorite memory of school this year is playing football at recess with all my friends and stuff.
My favorite thing about school was art.
So my favorite thing about Skole is probably because I love making new friends and I love being able to see them every week. And my favorite class would be logic. I am learning a lot of new things.
My favorite thing about school was nature study.
I really like just being in class and getting to come here. It's really fun.
My favorite thing about school was meeting my friends. Favorite thing about school is recess.
My favorite class from school was art.
The favorite thing that is from school is science. My favorite thing about school is recess.
My favorite thing is probably I like art and kind of like I like Thanksgiving meals and all the holiday meals and stuff.
My favorite thing is playing gas.
My favorite thing was nature study.
Probably lunch. Yeah.
My favorite thing was science. My favorite thing is going outside and doing learning about plants and stuff.
What I've liked most about school this year is probably how all the teens can get together and can all have fun. And all the teen hangouts have been so fun. And how everyone just gets along great together and how no one feels left out. I think that's probably my favorite thing about school.
My favorite thing about school is nature study and snack time. My favorite thing about school is building a teepee.
I've been doing school for a long time. It's crazy to think that this is my last year. I feel like for all of these videos I basically say the same thing every year, but like that's good, right? Like I have the same really good memories of all my friends. I love all my friends. All our teachers are so good. We read a lot of really good books this year and I definitely learned so much from all of them. One thing I didn't expect was how much I would like our physics class. That was kind of a surprise, but it's always really interesting. So yeah, I would say that I'm excited for next year, but I'm not coming back, so I guess I'm just thankful for the memories.